My name's Lisa. I work at the Homestead and I'm team leader.
My name's Jenny. I work at Knoll Park House in Mirfield, which is a daycare centre for people with dementia.
My name's Tracy and I work at Knoll Park House.
My name's Lorraine. I'm a support worker at the Homestead in Almondbury. I'm also the Dignity and Care Champion at the Homestead, and we are a day centre for adults and elderly people with dementia, and we have the capacity for 25 service users per day.
We look after people of all ages. The youngest person we've looked after is 48 and the oldest person we've looked after is 101.
I feel that dignity and care is about treating people with respect, care and compassion.
Dignity means to me treating everyone as an individual and treating them in a person-centred way, showing everyone respect and making them feel that they're the most important person.
Dignity and care basically means to me being respectful to my service users. That's simply because my mum is 70, and if she was to be diagnosed with dementia, I would want her to be treated respectfully and with dignity, and that's how I always deal with my own service users.
Dignity to me covers all aspects of daily life. To show somebody dignity, respect, offer them choices, helping somebody to maintain the skills and abilities what they've already got, and letting them have the choice about the way they would like to be treated.
Obviously, when people first start coming to daycare and it's our first meeting, it's always nice to introduce yourself. So I was like, my name's Jenny, speak to them, ask them how they want to be addressed. Some people have totally different names to the name that's written down. You know, they might use the middle name. It's always best to know what that is rather than just assuming that they want the name that's given. That's always polite. I know myself how I feel when people address me with the wrong name, so it is something that I am quite stern about, to be honest. It's quite annoying to be called Jen when it's Jenny, you know, so I do have that respect. I think a lot of it is about treating people how you want to be treated, speaking to people how you want to be spoken to.
When we get a referral to the Homestead for a new service user, what we do is we try and find out as much about that person before we meet them, so we can treat them in a person-centred way. We'll find out where they were born, where they went to school, what job they used to do, the likes and the dislikes with the food, the drink, music, entertainment, what upsets them, what makes them happy. So we've got a real picture of how that person would like to be treated.
I always think that they will be feeling frightened, they could be feeling vulnerable, they're out of the comfort zone, and it's my job to make them feel warm, offer a safe, warm environment where they're going to be safe, and to make them feel like they're part of this.
In my job role, there's different aspects where we have to promote dignity. We do care plans, so we sit with that person, discuss their care and support needs, so they're involved and empowered in how their life is going to be while they're with us.
I don't assume how a person wants to be treated. I always ask them how they would like to be treated. To me, listening is learning and gaining knowledge.
Being the Dignity and Care Champion here at the Homestead means making sure that myself and my colleagues are treating our service users with dignity and spotting any areas where we can improve on things.
Sometimes you can end up in a situation where it's like a meeting with family members as well as the service user that we're looking after, and it's remembering to address them as well and bring them into the conversation. When you're talking to the family member and not them, I think that's when you're not included, so your inclusion's gone, your empowerment's gone, because you're just suddenly this person that's here, and why are you here? And at the end of the day, it is about their life, it's their support needs, so they need to have that involvement and they need to feel that they're being brought in.
I treat a person how they want to be treated, how I would want to be treated myself. Everybody knows when we're not being treated respectfully or dignified, and we all have the right to be treated the way we want to be treated.
Respecting our service users means to me that we will give our service users privacy around personal care issues.
It is about being respectful, knocking before entering the bathroom, asking them if they want you to come in the bathroom, empowering them to let them do as much as they can for themselves, not taking over, because they can. It's just sometimes it's little details of the task that they can't quite sequence, or it might just be that they're struggling with the clothing, so it's just maybe undoing a button, but leave them and stand back as much as possible. Leave if they ask you to, or ask them if they'd like you to leave and wait outside, because sometimes they're quite capable in there. Leave them in, just say, right, I'll be just outside the door, but make sure you wait outside the door, because I think sometimes people get a bit weary of, well, if you're not out there and I need you, you know, they don't want to be trying to look, so and then knock and keep saying, are you alright, do you want me to come back in?
We will always give our service users a choice and allow them the time to give their own answers, and by doing this we are promoting their independence.
We also assist people with meals at lunchtime, and it's about making sure that that's dignified, using napkins rather than aprons that was like old school. And when I'm sat assisting somebody with the meal, it's describing that meal to them, it's talking about meal time, it's being patient and waiting for them to finish the mouthfuls, offering drinks in between, making it a nice, quiet, pleasant experience for them.
Myself and my colleagues, we're always on the lookout for ways we can improve our service and the way we treat our service users.
My name's Janet. My husband Peter comes to the Homestead daycare centre. He was diagnosed about 2 years ago with dementia. He has vascular dementia, which makes life quite difficult. It's quite difficult to amuse him most of the day, and so coming to the day centre here has given him a sense of purpose, a continuity. He used to play in a band. That's his most favourite pastime, if you like. He feels comfortable playing in a band. I think he feels valued, he feels as if he's listened to. Most of all, he's a really popular person. And so coming to the day centre here, I think has given him a little bit of continuity with that. He's among friends, he's not different, he actually fits in. He's not the different person like he is at home. He's the same as everyone else, if you like. And he's made friends with people he's come to know well. And so I think he feels more like coming home. The reason I feel that he's settled in so well here, it was one of the open days. It was the Christmas fair. He hadn't been coming here very long, and so we came along to the Christmas fair, and as soon as Peter walked in, there was a lady and she came forward and gave him a hug, and I knew straight away he was home. He felt like he belonged here. I found this quote which I found really, really useful, because dignity means different things to different people. And the quote was, "The glue that holds all of our relationships together is the mutual recognition of a desire to be seen, heard, listened to and treated fairly. To be recognised, understood and to feel safe in the world. When our identity is accepted and we feel included, we are granted a sense of freedom and independence and a life filled with hope and possibility." The two key things I took from that is to be understood and to feel safe in the world, and I think that really sums up what he actually gets from the Homestead.